So more or less, what you'll do once you click on the link down in the description below is you just hit download here. And if you want, you can also grab the AppCoins wallet if you don't already have it. And just, just search it. You can just grab it from here. And go ahead and hit download, right? And then once you've done that, then all you need are these two APKs. One switches the game, right? And then one for the wallet. And then all you need to do is basically pick and choose your favorite emulator. In my case, I happen to be using BlueStacks, so I'll just pull up BlueStacks here. Now mine's a little buggy, so I'm not gonna be able to side load these, or rather, I'm not gonna be able to load them, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But basically, Windows 11, so it's a little buggy. But basically, all you would do is just click on the APK command here, or Control-Shift-B, and then you would just install these. That's literally all you have to do in order to make it work on PC. Just to load them into the emulator, that is. Really straightforward. And then once you've done that, then you can launch the game and you can play it that way. So this is Age of Apes. Literally a game about walking, talking monkeys. And it also happens to be a strategy game. And by strategy game, it's really more like a pay-to-win mobile game, right? But the thing is, of course, for those of you that are curious, I did kind of look into this game at one time, and I was kind of wondering what this game's all about. So, when you start out, this is kind of what you'll see. And more or less, this is kind of the game. I mean, it's like full of mini modes. It's got a lot of mini modes to it, which is kind of interesting. There's not a lot of games like these have kind of this, I don't know, want to call it dialogue. I mean, some of them do, but not all of them do. And of course, a lot of this introductory is always like, yes, you need to click here, you need to do this, you need to click this, you need to tap this, you need to tap here, you need to tap this, you need to click this, you need to do that. See this red warning icon, hit challenge. It's like a lot of that, right? And the funny thing is though, for the challenge, you can actually start out picking which challenge you want. I just went and did this one. It seemed kind of like something I would do. FYI. The way I go about doing this is I just set it to damage. Literally though, this game has various many different options in terms of the minigame element to this. So if this bores you, there are different ones, which is kind of interesting. Here we'll hit evolve, and then we'll just start mollywopping. Because once we get to 50%, these all become easy, as you can tell. Literally, now we just mollywop. You can stare at a wall; it won't matter. It's all gonna die now. Now it just becomes a race to collect all of the loot. Which, I don't know, I mean... There, max speed, max damage. Now we just claim all of it without really too much trouble. And that's pretty much that. No, that's not really the whole game, though. It's just most of these little they do a lot of mini tutorial, mini games in between to unlock certain areas and such. That's basically when you're starting out. The one thing you'll notice here, though, is that they have a fighter tab, and just like any game like this, it has heroes. So, for example, you have Maximus. He's pretty cool. Then you got Rams, which again, pretty badass. I mean, I might as well guess I can show you the idea too, right? Down here. They sound better when you actually see them. I mean, some of these are actually pretty funny. Now, mind you, of course, there are skills and such, and you know, in this game, it's like hitters or like infantry, right? Then they have range units, naturally. Then they have, you know, siege units, naturally. You know, and so each element has its own role. And we can get kind of into the, like, maybe the nitpicks of this game's individual stats. They all the wonderful things that come along with these type of games, right? Again, a lot of the characters are pretty unique, though. Like, they're not, like, very different in all one way or another, right? I mean, most of the skills such that they have out there, it's mostly like troop attack damage bonuses and such. A couple of skills. Not gonna lie though, some of these are pretty creatively different from one to the next. This guy you'll get recommended almost right away. Still, kind of wild. It's literally a monkey on a toy truck with a minigun. I don't know who thought of that, but that was pretty badass. Then you got this guy. So you got that. This guy. And then you get this guy. And again, we're not looking at their stats, we're just looking at them as far as characters go, right? There's Darcy. And this one you'll get for free. You'll pick her up like right away. I think I ran into this guy as well. So Maverick's like another one you'll grab pretty easy. I don't know about Bruce though, I haven't run into him yet. Or Alexis. Lots of different monkeys. Oh yeah, I know, I've gotten this guy, I know that much. Get that guy from the digging. Monkey. Oh, it's a ninja monkey. Okay. What? Oh, it's like they got the, okay. Oh god, it's chaotic. Okay. Remy. Dempsey. Oh my. Okay. Oh yeah, here it is, Sir Francis. That was the one I was thinking of that you get for free as well. So it's maybe not this guy, but anyway. So, and then of course you have Scott, which you get right out of the gate. Right? So those are like all the fighters, right? Of course, you're gonna go through and do your chapter unlocks. Your gold CDs are like the equivalent of your gems or what have you in the game. Obviously there's speed ups and such. It's pretty heavily driven by those CDs there, from what I can tell anyway. But basically then you just start progressing and unlocking. And they've just got all sorts of random things that happen. And it's honestly not a bad game to like play on your phone for like the first couple of days. If you're just wanting something to play that you want to enjoy, just random. This game is actually pretty goddamn random.
We spotted it.
And it's, I don't know, it's just like the right amount of it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn that audio off, because not to distract anybody, but it's just, I don't know, after a certain point you get too much of it, in my opinion. But you can always play the game if you'd like. Again, check the game down in the description down below if you want to download it. You can get it through Aptoide. And then you can actually earn 5% on packs if you decide to buy anything in the game. So you can actually get 5% of your money back, which is pretty cool. And that's going through Aptoide, so anyway. Alright, so let's just go through here real quick. Get our stuff. Again, this is just one of the challenges I chose, but it seems like that's gonna be the challenge type that we get every time we have to do something. To be honest with you, it's kind of interesting, because when I first played this, I actually had a completely different challenge type, so I had no idea this existed. In a way, it actually kind of makes this game like a different game. And so, like, there's Sir Francis, as I was telling you earlier. Getting him pretty easy. much then you just unlock. And basically what we're doing is we're eventually unlocking areas, and as you like go through and unlock these territories, you'll eventually get access to like more areas. But it becomes basically a point and drop on your buildings and such. Like for example, we can just go ahead and do this. Go ahead, build, and as you can tell, it's very. You can hold the pretty much move it wherever you want on a grid. So there's kind of that element to it. Of course, it's not like Clash of Clans where you're like fighting your base or anything. There's not really any of that. Eventually, you actually get out, and it's more like ROK in a way. You can zoom out and actually end up seeing other bases and such. Again, we're so early on that there's not gonna be enough time to like show you, but this is kind of the introduction to Age of Apes with me, guys. I ultimately will be called Dakanoth in the game, and I'll have an alliance up probably by next video. So if you guys want to check out the game, make sure to check the description down below if you want to come play the game with me. Overall, I don't know. I think the monkeys are pretty goddamn comical, to be honest with you. But there seems to be kind of like a running logic as far as how the heroes are set up. It's going to be interesting to kind of learn and figure out how exactly we gamify this, and I'll probably have some guides coming up, you know, as far as covering like all the different things that you can do. Because again, there's a whole lot to it. But anyway, thank you guys for dropping by, and I'll see you guys next time.